Hello and welcome to another video. This one is I'm going to be cleaning my studio. I have this nice little spare bedroom in my home that I use as a studio, and it is very messy, as you can see. The main explanation is I have ADHD and a lot of supplies because I love buying things and then I sometimes struggle to use them. So yeah, the next few days I'm going to be cleaning my studio. That's the goal for this week. I just got back from a trip visiting my family in San Diego. And I only got a little bit sunburned. You can't even really tell. So yeah, today's plan is to get started cleaning. The first thing I want to do is I have a shelf, like a shelving unit that I want to bring in, but I need to clear out the area that it's going to go into, which right now has a plethora of various bookshelves and drawers and stuff. So I need to empty those and then bring the shelf in, and then yeah, I kind of wanted to clean first, but a lot of the stuff that I have is going to be going into the shelves, so I need to get the shelf set up first. So we are going to, be starting on that. I'm starting later in the day. It's already 1:30, so I'm not sure how much we'll get done today, but tomorrow, that's the main plan. The main plan tomorrow is cleaning. So, it's a nice rainy day here in Vancouver, which is perfect cleaning weather. So let's get on into it. I've already started putting stuff up there, but yeah, I'm excited with how the shelf has turned out. I think the plan now is there's a few things stored around that I want to store in there. And so I think I'm going to move those over here. It's going to be things like my beads and some different craft stuff that I don't use on a regular basis, but I want to have readily available. And then from there I'll be able to start working on the big pile and figuring out where these things will go. So Okay, good morning. It is another day and another cleaning. I'm very tired today and I don't want to do anything, but this is what I gotta do today. So we're gonna get going. I'll start off slowly and then okay. Let's do this. Okay, so hello, I've been cleaning and I wanted to kind of share with you my process of cleaning. Especially when I'm doing a big full room re-clean. I find it easier to do it in kind of stages. So the first stage is what I call trash, no trash. I go through everything. So right now I'm doing my table. And I sort everything into trash or no trash. So I have a bag where I put all the trash, and then I have a bin next to me where I'm going to put all of the not trash. So that's all the stuff that needs to be put away. I do also kind of sort things that I want to give away, or in this case I have a little pile of cups that are things that just needs to go to my kitchen, so things that don't like belong in here. So I sometimes might make third categories, but for the most part, it is trash, no trash. And how I do that is I'm going to do that for the entire room, and then I'm going to start putting things away. I just find it so much easier to do that, because then everything is like clean and I know where things are going to go. So yeah, it is a little bit of a high stakes, high reward system. Of if I don't finish cleaning, then everything is just randomly in bins, not sorted at all. I remember doing this last time, and I think it was really helpful. Once I did the trash, no trash, then I did a second round of sorting everything into specific categories, which we'll see when we get there. I might just start putting everything away, or I might resort everything into like sewing, painting, that kind of stuff. But yeah, for now we're gonna keep doing trash, no trash, and I'm watching Dimension 20, so. Okay, so I've been cleaning out. These used to be where the new shelf is. And I've cleaned them out. This one I think I'm going to get rid of. But this one I think I might actually keep under this desk. And it used to just be, this entire thing used to be a junk drawer. I would literally, if I had something I didn't know what to do with, I would just open a drawer, throw it in, and then close the drawer. I've now gotten it down to one of the drawers is now my junk drawer. And then I have another one for cords and camera equipment. But what I think I'm going to do is, I don't know what I'm going to put in the top three, but those will be something. But I'm going to start labeling them, and I have this old punch label maker, and I've had a bunch of different colors of labels for a while that I have not used, so I think it'd be fun to try them out. Like I have a red and a metallic silver, and then also just like blue, and then a bunch of black. So I think I'll try the, I guess I'll try this metallic silver, see how that turns out. And then if that doesn't work, I'll either use the red or the blue or the black. So, yeah. Okay, gotta be honest, I've been struggling with cleaning. I just have so much stuff and I don't know what to do with it. And it's like, but I'm such like a hoarder with things that I could use that I just have like random papers, so much random papers and so much like pieces of cardboard that I like kind of painted on. And I just like don't know how. This one I actually kind of like. This one I might keep working on. But I don't know how to store all of these things in a useful way. And I think yeah, that's kind of it. Like, I don't know how to store all of this in a way that will be useful to me. And, like, how... But I also think I need to get rid of stuff. But I don't know what I need to get... I don't know what to get rid of. Because I have so many supplies that it's hard to know what I need and what I don't. You know? So that's kind of where I'm at now. Not quite sure where it leads me. I think I'm just going to stick to a strategy I have found for cleaning and other things, which is just start with what you know. I have a lot of unanswered questions and things I don't know about reorganizing my office and what I want in that sense. But I'm sure I can look around and find something I know what to do with it. Something I know I want to get rid of, or something I know where it's going to go, and just to start with that. Okay, I've figured out a new strategy for going through everything, and I'm feeling good about it. Basically, I'm going to be putting together some junk journal kits. I think just the strategy of like seeing what I can get rid of, but also like make easily usable by other people, you know? So, like, with that mindset of, like, I only want to keep things that I really, really love, and then also the things that I don't keep aren't just getting thrown away. I'm going to put together some junk journal kits, and I think put them in my vintage booth. And, yeah, hopefully they do well there. If I end up making a bunch, I might throw some up on Etsy. But for now, I'm just making them to put in my vintage booth, which I will be going to tonight. So hopefully I can get some done tonight, because it's vendor's night. So I will be heading over there to do vendor's night anyway. So might as well hopefully put together some junk journal kits and bring those. So yeah, I'm gonna keep sorting through. I have just like huge things of paper. And I would like to get more into collage and working with paper and all the stuff I have, but I think just the sheer amount that I have is overwhelming. And so then when it's time to like make stuff, I like don't want to, because there's just so much. So I think this will be really good and helpful in getting all these things down. Okay, so I have put a bunch of paper on the ground. I'm going to be selling these as junk journal kits. I just went through some old paper that I had, and then I'm gonna put them in these like little plastic things, put a label on them, and then I think they'll go in my vintage booth. It's not all the paper I have, which is fine. I've been wanting to start doing these junk journal kits, which is why I've had so much paper that I don't know what to do with. So even though it's not all of it, I think starting will be enough. And I didn't want to overwhelm myself. We have about 10 piles, which I will put into little plastic baggies and then sell them, hopefully. Put them for sale. I don't know if people will buy them, but ta-da! Okay, good morning. Another day, more cleaning. Feeling a little slow this morning, but I think I'm feeling better than I did yesterday, so that's good. I'm ready to get back into it and to hopefully make some good progress in here. fingers crossed. Today's Thursday, I think, right? Yeah. Fingers crossed I finish by tomorrow. I want to finish tomorrow. Hopefully. If it bleeds into next week, that's okay. But, yeah. Let's get going. Okay, welcome to my floor. The next step in my cleaning is actually going to be reorganizing, or actually organizing this shelf. This shelf is newer to my studio and I've just been putting stuff here. But there are some bins that I want to reorganize, and my dream is to get it to be where this shelf is all miscellaneous craft stuff, or like smaller crafts that I like to do. So like I have a lot of beads and stuff for earrings, and I have like perler beads, and then I have like stamping stuff. And I would love to get all that shelved here, and then this shelf above it will be more sewing stuff, because I have a lot more sewing supplies than I do other supplies. So yeah, my strategy so far has just been, I've been putting things away from the bins, and then when I find something that doesn't have a home, I am going to find a home for it. But I've recently been in an impasse of where I need to get this dealt with before I can move forward. So we're gonna get going on that. back. Or man, I don't even know how to talk right now. So, I just took a lunch break, ate some food, took a nap, worked in my garden a little bit. It was lovely. Now we're back at it. I have a little drink. It's just some sparkling water with, I made a really good syrup. It's ginger, mint, lime. Simple syrup. So that's in the bubbly water. I have recaffeinated. I've taken my meds. We're going to get back into it. First step is I have this bin of paracord. And something about me in organizing is I really can't handle half full bins. If the bin is half full, I need to find a smaller bin for it. So, found a smaller bin for the paracord. And I'm just going to be like wrapping it so that it's not just a big tangled mess. So that's what's on the docket now. So one realization I'm coming to, mostly in sorting my beads and jewelry making supplies, is I have a lot of beads, and there are some that I don't like, but I've kept on to. It's mostly these they're like the really thick plastic ones. I have a lot of them because they're really common. I found them a lot at the bins, and I have so many of them, and I don't like using them. And I have put this off, I guess, for so long, of just the realization of I don't like using them, and that means I don't have to keep them. I can get rid of them. A shocking revelation. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of them right now and take all these beads out, but I am gonna slowly go through my beads and only keep the ones I like and want to use. That feels like such a duh. But yeah. Good morning. It's rainbow hour. It's Friday, and yeah, we're gonna get back into cleaning. I didn't get as much done as I had hoped I would have yesterday. I think I got too distracted about the beads. But that is okay. We will be doing a lot more today. So I'm kind of in the putting things away stage, and then we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, let's get back into it. Okay, so it's after lunch. I have been in a bit of a slump, but I've learned with cleaning, when I get into a bit of a slump, it's best to change whatever media I am consuming. So I was listening to music, and now we've switched to watching Drag Race. So hopefully that gets us going. Alright, so forgot to film an outro, but here is how my studio looks now. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was before, and I can actually like use it now, which is exciting. I'm probably going to mess it all up again and make the same video in like a year, maybe less than that, but for now, we're in a good spot. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye!